name Asaba is from the exclamation Ahabam, meaning I have chosen well. A quote from the Nnebisi, the founding father of Asaba. It is the capital of Delta State, Nigeria. A rapidly growing city, it is located on the western bank of Niger River in the Oshimili South Local Government Area. Asaba had a population of 149,603 as of the 2006 census, and a fast-growing metropolitan population of over 500,000 people. In some respects, Asaba and neighboring Onitsha in Anambra from a continuous metropolitan area. The First and Second Niger bridges from the boundary between Delta and Anambra. Niger's relative centralized location in the region recognizes it as the geopolitical border between eastern and western Nigeria. Originally, Asaba consisted of 9 Igbo quarters, but due to the internal strife, wars with other communities, and the slave trade that followed, these quarters were reduced to only 5. The Igbo quarters are Umueze, Ugbomanta, Umuaji, Umuagu, Umuanaji. The city of Asaba was once the colonial capital of the southern Nigeria protectorate. It was founded in 1884. Between 1886 and 90s and 1900, it hosted the Royal Niger Company, which the British authorities set up to stimulate trade and exportation of goods to England. Owing to Asaba's influential history and geography and current strategic, political, and economic influence in Nigeria, Asaba is generally known as the regional capital of the Anioma area and its people. The clamor for the creation of Anioma state has been going on for decades. Today, the Asaba area is the ancestral homeland of various Anioma people. A city with a storied past, Asaba culture is heavily influenced by the neighboring Igbo, Igala, and Bini people. Asaba is culturally led by the revered Asagba of Asaba, to whom the leaders individually refer to as the Diopa of each of 5 settlement quarters, locally identified as Benis and Igala, report directly on matters affecting the community. The Asagba is assisted by the Iyasele of Asaba, Iyase, who is the customary prime minister as well as the council of chiefs and elders. The Asaba of Asaba is the traditional leader of Asaba, Delta State in the south of Nigeria. The office of the ruler is an official post recognized by the governor of Delta State and the federal government of Nigeria. He goes by the original name Obi Prof. Joseph Chike Edozien, CRF, JP. He was born on July 28, 1925 in Asaba to Nathaniel Okafor Edozien, who was a direct descendant of Nnebisi, the founder of Asaba and the most senior indigenous official of Nigeria Coal Corporation in Enugu. His mother, Nwakuso Edozien Ni Odogu, was the daughter of a prominent chief in Asaba and a notable trader. At an early age, he was sent by his father to live with his uncle, who was a schoolmaster in Warri, Delta State, which was Benden State, Nigeria. He attended the Catholic secondary school in Warri from 1933 to 1937. He attended Christ the King College, Onitsha, for his secondary school education from 1938 to 1942. After his secondary school education, in 1942, he attended Higher College, Yaba, and then proceeded to attend Achimota School, Accra, Ghana. His university education began with admission to the University College, Dublin, Ireland in 1944. He completed his BSc with honors in physiology from the National University of Ireland in 1948, MSc in physiology in 1950, and Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Chemotherapy in 1954. He won several academic awards in the process. After his university education, he began his academic career with an appointment as lecturer in clinical biochemistry at Middlesex Hospital Medical School, University of London in 1951. In 1952, he was appointed as a senior lecturer in chemical pathology at the University College, Ibadan. He returned to Ibadan after further studies in Ireland. As a leading icon in the field of medicine, Prof. Edozian Stalin leadership is a perfect blend of tradition and Western modernism. In 1955, he married Modupe Smith, a radiographer at the University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital. She was a granddaughter of Herbert Macaulay, Nigeria's first surveyor and one of the principal actors in Nigeria's independence movement. He is also a father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Edozian's groundbreaking research in nutrition helped win in reputation as a rising academic center. He was appointed a professor in 1961 and became the Dean of Faculty of Medicine in 1962. In 1967, he was instrumental in the effort to establish the University of Benin in the newly created Midwestern region of Nigeria. He was also implicated in the plot that resulted in the Biafran invasion of the Midwestern region at the beginning of the Civil War and was forced to flee the country. After a period as a refugee in France, he was appointed as Professor of Nutrition at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Cambridge, MA. In 1971, he became a professor and head of the Department of Nutrition of the School of Public Health of the University of North Carolina. In 1990, Edozian was appointed the chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research. Shortly thereafter, he was selected to become the 13th Asagba of Asaba. He retired as a professor emeritus at the University of North Carolina and returned to Nigeria in 1991. Edozian was the 13th Asagba of Asaba, and his reign as the Asagba of Asaba, which began in 1991, was marked by the effort to promote peace, unity, and the development in the region. His reign was considered with dramatic changes in the character of the town as a testament to his contributions. Various dignitaries attended the ceremony, including members of the Delta State House of Assembly. When the creation of the Delta State out of the old Bendel State was made, Asaba was chosen as the capital. Its new status as the seat of the state government has brought much of the chaotic development association with contemporary Nigerian urbanization. The population of the town has grown, and the impouring of non-Asaba indigenes has strained the traditional institution of the town. A major challenge of Obi Edozian's tenure as the Asagba has been balancing of rapid development and modernization of the traditional norms institution with the preservation of the positive aspect and moderating influence of traditional values. Several ongoing initiatives, such as the Asagba's Permanent Palace Civic Center and the documentation of the town's traditional laws and customs, have sought to balance these concerns. His Royal Majesty remained as important figure in modern-day Nigeria affairs. In 1997, he was elected as chairman of Delta State Council of Traditional Rulers. The then Nigerian President, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, conferred the national honor of Commander of the Federal Republic on him in 2003. He is also the Chancellor of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. As a leading icon in the field of medicine, Prof. Edozien's sterling leadership is a perfect blend of tradition and Western modernism. He is happily married to his wife Modupe, and he's also a father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, outside being the first Black African indigenous dean of medicine in a foreign land and royal father of Asaba clan, Delta State. Prof. Edozien has earned numerous awards and status. Edozien is considered one of the most impactful, if not the most, in his history of medicine in Nigeria. Not only he was a pioneer in laboratory science, pathology, research in the development of malaria vaccine, the effect of vitamin C and protein intake on the body and in child development, but also pioneered the development of physiotherapy as a postgraduate degree course in Nigeria and educated the first cohort of laboratory scientists in Nigeria, thereby establishing the pillars of the degree course in Nigeria. He was instrumental in the recognition of the School of Medicine at what is now the University of Ibadan as a foremost institution on par with other international schools of medicine. He was instrumental in gathering funding from the Rockefeller Foundation and others to further develop the UI campus. He served at several key medical institutions in the country, including the NMA and NIMA. Edozien was an important figure in the modern-day Nigeria affairs. He was vice chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council and was instrumental in ensuring that the federal government recognized the importance of place of our traditional governance system in keeping peace and order in the country. Additionally, he wove the tradition kingdoms and their rulers into the local government area governance system in the attempt to ensure synergy in the management of local government affairs. He remained vocal throughout his life on the need for our governance system to recognize the role tradition could and should play in ensuring the development of the country. For his pioneering work and influence, Edozien has been conferred with many awards and much recognition, including the This Day Awards. Most importantly, President Olusegun Obasanjo conferred the national honor of Commander of the Federal Republic on him in 2003. He was also one of the most respected traditional rulers who encouraged and promoted mutual coexistence, especially between the people in the south and northern Nigeria. He died on the 7th of February 2024, which was 5 months before his 100th birthday. The palace, in keeping with Asaba tradition, did not announce the passing of their ruler until 7 days after the sad event, which was on the 13th of February 2024. Business activities in Asaba, Delta State capital, and its environs on Tuesday tripled following the official announcement of the death of the Asagba of Asaba, Obichike Edozien. Schools, shops, and other business concerns were shut down, even as the movement in and out of Asaba, including tricycle and motorcycles, were restricted. The popular Ogbogonogo and Oko market were under lock and key as early as 5 a.m. in preparation for the announcement of the death of the 13th Asagba of Asaba. At the palace, there was a procession led by the Odogo of Asaba, Chief Nwanze Odua, in a red attire dancing around the palace. The announcement was followed by the shooting of 21 cannons. The burial arrangement will be announced by the family and Asaba Kingdom in due time.